Sacking a chief executive and replacing him or her with a member of the board is a major corporate event, but it's also been pretty common. When a financial, legal, or public relations crisis hits, boards often look within to fill the CEO gap. There was a tide of CEO replacements in 2019, 172 in October alone, but the biggest news at the end of the year was Boeing firing its CEO and board chair, Dennis Muhlenberg, and his replacement with board member and former General Electric executive David Calhoun. Now, Boeing's been hammered this year by blowback over the safety and production problems with its new 737 MAX jetliner. The factors that lead to a CEO sacking can vary a lot. It might be underperformance, a sudden disaster, legal problems, or personal judgment issues for the CEO, such as the wave of CEO romantic relationships with a subordinate. The default of naming a board member's replacement chief executive also has a number of drivers. Directors, especially an independent chair, usually bring experience and gravity from their outside leadership roles. This can steady the immediate turbulence and assure a leader who knows operations. If the company's former CEO is on the board and returns to lead, this can be even more reassuring, even though at times it looks a bit like a political coup. I'd suggest that a best practice in board makeup is to have at least one independent director designated to step in as the interim leader. This director would likely be retired from a top leadership role, have a few years' experience on the board, and exposure to day-to-day issues and current management. This backstop approach has long been part of emergency CEO succession. Open board discussion on who qualifies as a backstop, needed preparation to keep him or her ready, is a smart addition to annual evaluation and talent review. But here's one final caveat on putting a board member in charge when the CEO has to go. The board and top managers who want to keep their jobs will all assure themselves that this shows continuity and wise governance to the outside world. But in cases such as Boeing, the designated director is a longtime board member. This means that whatever governance and policy failures the CEO is taking the fall for are also owned by the board itself. So how is this an improvement? I'm Ralph Ward from the Boardroom for January.